guys, welcome back to Just a Little Bit Random and to another top 5 OMG moments from an episode of The 100. This week I'm going to be talking about the 4th episode of season 3, which though it wasn't as exciting as last week's episode, it definitely had me on the edge of my seat and I can tell you I was yelling at the television. If you haven't yet seen Watch the Thrones, then I recommend not watching my video, at least not right now. I suggest that you go and watch all the episodes of The 100 that you may have missed and then come back and watch my video since it is going to contain spoilers for the entire series. Top 5 OMG moment number 1. Ground of politics. So this one really isn't much of an OMG moment, it's more of a like OMG really sort of moment. So like I said, a lot did happen in this episode, but it was more political, which I find to be kind of boring. It was interesting to see more of ground of politics in this episode, and it definitely wasn't surprising to see that the only person who was recognising Clark's authority as ambassador was Lexa. Despite this, the only real exciting thing to happen during the politics scene was Nia challenging Lexa to a trial by combat, which she of course accepted, and thankfully we got to see it in this episode rather than having it drawn out over a couple of episodes. Top 5 OMG moment number 2, Jasper and Monty. So I've never really seen Jasper and Monty as being huge characters on this show, especially since we've got so many, amazing characters on the show. But the little adventure the two of them went on in this episode was really sweet. So Monty obviously cares very much about his friend, even going so far as to miss the Mount Weather Memorial for him. But, Jasper has definitely gone off the rails a lot in this season, which is a real shame because in previous seasons he was pretty awesome. So the cute little heart-to-heart that they had at the dropship was really adorable, and I'm actually quite glad to know that Monty isn't fine because, seriously, who would be okay after knowingly causing the deaths of anyone who lived in Mount Weather? In saying that, though, seeing Jasper break down after dropping Finn's ashes was really, really sad and kind of heartbreaking, and also felt a little out of place in this episode. This episode was all politics and chancellors and killing, and then there was just this cute little scene between the two of them, and I was like, cool. Top 5 OMG moment number 3, Bellamy. Bell is one of my favourite characters on this show, but in this episode he made me so angry. So I get that he's upset over the death of Gina, but to blame himself and to quit his job is just stupid. Even Kane tried to explain to him that it wasn't his fault. Bellamy knew the Grounder girl, so of course he was going to trust her. And then to allow himself to be swept up by Pike's speech about Grounders being evil and then to supply Farm Station with weapons was quite possibly the stupidest thing he has ever done on this show. And that is saying a lot because he has done some pretty stupid stuff. Seriously, Bellamy, I love you and everything, but you seriously need to start making some smarter decisions. Top 5 OMG moment number 4, Nia and Rowan. Out of all the outcomes I had imagined for the trial by combat, Nia's death and Rowan being crowned king definitely wasn't one of them. I actually spent most of the trial believing that Lexa was the one who was going to die. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad that Nia's dead and everything, but it does make me wonder what exactly is going to happen now. I refuse to believe that the only problem that Lexa and Clark are going to be facing this season is Pike, and I thought they really had something going with the Ice Nation. I'm pretty sure on IMDb it said that the person playing Nia was supposed to be in it for 12 episodes or something. She was in 2. So maybe Ice Nation aren't going to accept Rowan as their new king, and we'll get to see a civil war inside a real war. Who knows? I suppose we will have to wait until next week to find out. Top 5 OMG moment number 5, Pike becoming Chancellor. Okay, but can I just point out that I totally predicted this last week when Kane was like, we'll have an election. And I was like, please, if you guys have an election, Pike's the one who's going to get elected. I just knew that he was going to get elected as Chancellor and that it would just end up badly for anyone. He's already got the rest of Farm Station up in arms and all with guns about to storm a ground peacekeeping army just because he's afraid of them. I do understand that he's lost over half his people to the Grounders, but he has to see that while he may not have had much luck in getting Ice Nation to form a truce with him, Clark has managed that with Lexa, and Lexa has now placed Sky Crew under her protection. He has to understand that he's about to start a war. Let me know in the comment section below if you share any of my top 5 OMG moments from this episode. Before I go, here are 4 questions I'm hoping get answered in the coming weeks. Question number 1, when do Abby and Kane kiss? Getting really tired waiting for it. Question number 2, are Raven, Murphy and Jaha even still in this series? I feel like we never see them anymore. We've literally had 4 episodes and we've seen them in 2 each. Question number 3, when did Clark become so comfortable being a grounder? I mean, she's basically being treated like ground of royalty in Polis. Polis? I have no idea how to say that. And question number 4, is Clark ever going to return home to Arcadia? Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. And as always, stay random. Bye. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, so something I haven't done before. I'm going to try doing a haul video.